Hello and welcome. My name is Barbara, and I'd like to offer a chair yoga session to you today. Chair yoga is great if there are any mobility issues, balance issues, if maybe standing, getting up and down on and off of a mat is not that comfortable for you. So it's just another option. You can do almost everything in a chair from a yoga perspective that you can do on a mat or standing. So we'll try this today. Starting by sitting back in the chair, we're going to try to keep this to about 30 minutes. Sitting back comfortably in the chair, and of course our chairs are all somewhat different, so whatever that means for you, whether it's sitting forward or leaning back, just trying to get our feet firmly planted comfortably on the floor with our spine straight and our hearts lifted. Beginning to bring the attention to the breath, thereby stilling our minds somewhat, sinking into the feeling of our bodies being on the chair, our feet on the floor, enjoying the expansion of the inhale and the release of the exhale. Don't be afraid to let the breath drag a little bit in the back of the throat to become a little bit audible. We call this Ujjayi breath in yoga, and it has some special value in that when we breathe in deeply and exhale audibly, we're actually activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest, the calming part of our nervous system. So we're doing ourselves a beautiful favor, helping to bring us into the present moment, to become more mindful, and to still our minds and our thoughts. So enjoying that delicious breath as it enters and exits, perhaps bringing a little longer duration to the out breath. Breathing if you need to move around at all to get comfortable. Go ahead, and I invite you, if you would like to set an intention for our class today. It can be something as simple as a feeling or a word or a phrase or an affirmation. If anything is coming up for you, invite you just to bring that now forth and seal it with the breath. Noticing as we inhale, maybe the spine is getting longer. As we exhale, we're grounding more deeply into the earth. Our hearts are lifted, our shoulders are dropped back. Beautiful breath. Letting the jaw and the tongue relax, releasing any tension that might be kind of showing up there. Just taking a little check of your body, if there's anything that's kind of grumpy today, just loving that area a little extra amount. Maybe there's some discomfort or some aches, some stiffness, just sending some extra love to that area. And knowing that we're all human and we all have that. Every day is different. One side of our body will be different than the other side. Just accepting without judgment wherever we're at right now. Now breathing our hands up. Let's exhale our hands to heart center and taking another few delicious stretchy breaths up, really elongating, exhaling down, noticing how great it feels to really open here, and exhaling down. We'll do one more inhaling up and exhaling our hands to heart center. Now let's scooch towards the edge of our chair. It may enable us to get our spines a little bit straighter, pressing our palms into one another nice and firmly, pressing our feet into the earth, straightening our spines and lifting our hearts, feeling what that feels like in the body, sinking our seats deeper into the chair, our feet into the floor, lifting the crown of our heads skyward, nice and tall. And we're breathing, feeling the breath in the belly and the back. Now let's drop our hands down to our sides. Let our shoulders roll back, lifting our hearts, really engaging our feet here so we're sinking them deeply into the earth. We're lifting our hearts. We're nice and strong, powering through our hands, This is seated Tadasana or mountain pose. Very active here. Let's breathe our hands up. Make a steeple with our fingers at the top. And exhale as we tip towards the right side and ground that left foot deeply into the earth. And take our gaze up towards our elbow creases. Inhaling back through center. Exhaling to the other side with the opposite foot grounding down on our gaze. Drifting up towards our elbows. Inhaling center. Exhaling to the side. When we take our gaze up to our elbows, we're ensuring that we're staying over our side body and not scooching forward. It's better for our spines and our big muscles that support our spine to be over the sideline of the body. Inhaling back to center. Beautiful. Exhaling, just dropping those hands down to shoulder height. Our palms are up. Our spines are straight. Our hearts are lifted. Shoulders are back. We're breathing in. Let's exhale, turning towards the right side. I'm mirroring you here. It's a little easier with the camera to have a mirror going on. Breathing in, back through center. Exhaling, other side. Letting the gaze just invite us back into the twist. Inhaling center. Exhaling first side. Our body will follow our gaze. So if we take our gaze just a wee bit further back, we may be able to go a little bit deeper into the twist. Back to that second side with the breath. And back through center. Lovely. We're here with our wings open. Let's wrap our fingers around a couple of coconuts. Checking that our feet are grounded. We're just going to bring those coconuts in and out with the breath. Breathing in. Our shoulders are squeezed together. Our hearts are lifted. Now, whatever the pace is comfortable for you, you can speed it up. If you want to get your heart rate up, you can slow it down. Using resistance here. We have a lot of power in our bodies by using resistance. This might be enough. Now we can add a little more by lifting up a heel. Exhaling it down. Inhaling up. Inhaling up. Variations here. If we want a little more, we can lift the knee up. We're using the breath. Another variation, we can tip the heel or the toe forward. Whatever feels good for you. Want to take it to the side, go ahead. Finding your version, whatever that happens to be. Take a break if you need it. This is rather strong on the arms. Let's take 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, placing our feet a bit apart, rolling down through the spine into a seated forward fold, letting our hands drop between our feet and our head drop down, really relaxing the head, breathing into our back and into our belly. Now while we're down here, let's grasp the left ankle with the right hand and put the opposite hand, the other hand, on that hip and take our gaze up towards that hip. Breathing into the back, into the hand there, feeling the expansion in the back, where that hand is conveniently placed. Let's breathe that back through center and take the other side, hand on ankle, other hand on the hip, and just turning towards that hand, taking our gaze up, breathing into the flat of that hand on our lower back. Nice. Let's bring that back to center. Slowly roll up through the spine, placing our hands on our knees. We're breathing in our gaze to the left side, exhaling at center. Inhaling right, exhale center. Inhaling right, exhale center. I said something wrong there. Inhaling the other way. This mirror thing gets confusing sometimes. It's inhale, our gaze up. Hearts up, exhale, rounding the spine. Feel how good that feels. We round the spine down. Inhaling, press our hands into our legs as we inhale up. Exhale down. The more pressure we exert on our knees with our palms, the more activation we have in the seated cat-cow. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And one more time, inhaling up, Exhaling it down. Very nice. Back to center, back to our neutral. And crossing the left leg over the right. Again, I'm mirroring you, kind of like if you're ever in a dance class, you know what the teacher does that. Now opening up our wings. Let's breathe in. Exhale, give ourselves a big hug, wrap one arm on top of the other, and round the spine over a little bit. Let's inhale up. Exhale, other hand comes on top, little rounding of the spine. Inhaling up. Exhale, big hug, feeling those hands grasping the back of your shoulders or the front of your shoulders. Now inhaling back up. Now we want the same leg that's crossed over, that same elbow underneath. So conveniently, I'm in that position. If you need to switch, go ahead. So my right knee, mirroring you, I'll say my left knee is crossed over and my left arm is underneath. Got it? So we're going to inhale, invite our elbows up, our gaze with it. Exhale, round the spine down. Elbows dropping towards the legs. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We'll do two more. We'll inhale it up. Exhaling and keep that beautiful hug in the back of the shoulders. Last time, inhaling up. Exhaling down. And let's release that hug. Let that one hand drop down that front ankle. The back hand's going to be on our hip again. Taking that twist, taking our gaze back, wherever that bottom hand feels best. If you want to lower down, perfect. If you want to stay higher, listening to your body, the invitation to open that shoulder up and take the gaze up towards the extended hand. Shoulders are built differently here. See what your shoulder's happy with. It might not want to be up there at all. Wants to stay down on the hip. By all means, listen to your shoulder. It's the boss. Breathing back through center. Let's bring that foot back to the floor. Feet together, opening up the knees. Straight spine. We'll just move those legs in and out a little bit. Wiggling them out. Now placing the feet a little farther apart. We'll do it this way. Got it? All right, ready for the other side? We'll plant that other foot firmly, cross that leg over. Let's give ourselves some hugs, opening our wings. Exhaling them close, reaching, giving our shoulders a hug. Feels so good. Inhaling open. Exhaling close. Inhaling open. Exhaling close. We'll do two more. And this one, we'll end up again with the same leg that's crossed over. That arm is underneath. Kind of like a pretzel. It's kind of a version of eagle pose. But we're sitting. Now we're going to inhale the elbows up. Exhaling them, dropping them down, rounding the spine. Inhaling, lifting up those elbows. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhaling, lifting up the elbows. Exhaling, rounding. We'll do one final one as we inhale up. Exhale, loosen those hands, let them go. We'll drop that front arm down towards the ankle. Other hand on the opposite hip. Turn your gaze towards that hand, that front hand. If it wants to slide lower, take it to where it feels good. The chest can go down the knee here if you like. And that back arm, if it's available, and you want to take it up. We can invite our gaze up there as well. Listen to your shoulder again. If it feels better down, by all means, leave it down on the hip. Sending some love and energy into those vital organs in the small of the back, where we're expanding into the breath. Very nice. Alrighty. Let's put those feet back down on the floor. Shake it out. Now that first foot we had over, let's plant the right foot into the earth and bring that other leg, if it's available, onto the knee. Straight spine, lifted heart. This is a seated pigeon pose. If we want a little more, we can lift that bottom heel up, drawing that knee a little bit towards the nose. Nice and straight here. Straighten our spine, breathing. If we want to lean a little bit into that, that's an option. Always options. Okay, let's release that. Turn our bodies towards the right side. And that same leg we just worked, we're going to grasp onto a chair for support, and that same leg grabbing onto the heel or ankle, inviting the knee to go straight down. So just taking a look at your alignment here, that front ankle heel is under that bent front knee, and your front knee is bent straight down towards the floor. Our spines are straight, our hearts are lifted. Now, this might be enough. Holding onto the chair for support, if we want a little more, we can simply press that foot into the hand, tip over into a seated dancer, and you'll notice the more you press the foot into the hand, you might start tipping forward a little bit. Looking for a straight back. Feeling that stretch down the front of that thigh. Grounding that front foot always into the earth. Straight down, feeling connected, feeling the support of the earth. All right, let's release that. Place that foot behind us. Tuck the toes, straighten the leg. Now we're into a lunge with the support of the chair underneath us. This might be enough. Holding onto the chair. If we want a little more, we can release both hands upward, grab a beach ball, and look up at that beach ball. Nice and straight and tall. Let's breathe in. Let's exhale that beach ball down to the sand. Again, take as much or as little as you want here. Maybe you just want to stay in the lunge, holding onto the chair. Feeling that stretch, that opening. Exhale the beach ball down. We'll do 2 more as we inhale it up. Exhaling it down. And 1 more, inhaling that ball up. Exhaling it down. We'll come up. Change that front foot so it's facing outwards, adjusting as we need to on the chair. So our feet are facing different ways. Our front foot is facing that way, the way it was before. And the other foot, I'm a little off camera here, I'm just going to scooch, is facing forward. This is a version of Warrior 2. We're opening up our arms, nice and strong. Our gaze is over that front middle finger. We're breathing in. Let's exhale that front elbow onto the knee. Come up over into extended side angle. Again, taking our gaze up towards our elbow crease. We'll inhale back through our Warrior 2. Exhale, drop that back hand down the leg or wrap it around the waist, and our gaze is up. This is Exalted Warrior. Inhale back through our Warrior 2. Exhale, bend that front elbow. Side angle. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale into Exalted Warrior. Very nice. We'll do 1 more of the Warrior series. Coming back through our Warrior 2, take our hands behind us, inviting that chest down to the knee. Now, if that's not available or your chair is digging into you like mine is, we can also just simply take the elbows to the knee, bringing the forehead down if we want to. Lots of options. We can drop chest to the knee, hands to the floor, hands behind the back. Lots of versions. Find yours, whatever feels really good, into our humble warrior pose for today. Very nice. Let's bring that back up. Bring both feet forward. Legs are super wide. This is a very wide pose. Putting our hands back on the small of our backs. Letting our elbows disappear. Inviting them back, squeezing the shoulders together. And let's lower down with a flat back. Flat back, flat back. Make sure you stay on the chair. And you'll know when it's time to roll the spine and drop your hands and your head to the floor into a wide-legged forward fold. Just like we do when we're standing. Breathing. Maybe you want to move a little bit side to side here. Maybe you want to walk your hands farther forward. Just explore this pose. Take out of it what you want. Breathing. Now let's walk those hands back to center. Bring the feet in a little bit and roll up through the spine. back to where we started. Now placing the other leg, foot on the opposite knee, the other side from what we did before, into our seated pigeon pose, endeavoring to get our backs straight and our hearts lifted. This might be plenty to open up that hip, breathing into that opening of the hip. If we want a little more, we can lift that bottom heel up. We can even lean forward into that top knee. Taking your version, enjoying the stretch in the hip. Beautiful hip opener here. Very nice. Let's come back up out of that. Rotating towards the other side. Using the chair for support. Grab the back of the chair so you don't fall over. That leg we just worked, that front leg, we're going to grasp the heel, the ankle, invite the knee to be straight down. And that front leg, the foot is firmly grounded. We've got kind of a right angle happening. So the heel ankle is below the knee. And we're super straight, the spine hanging onto the back of the chair for support. Now this might be enough, lifting the heart, lifting up and straight and tall. If we want more, simply press that foot into the hand and you might find yourself tipping forward slightly into a seated dancer pose. Over we go. We're breathing. Our spines are long. Very nice. Let's lower that foot down onto the carpet or the mat and we'll straighten that leg, tuck the toes into a seated lunge. Again, this might be enough. If you want to stay here, squaring the hips, holding the chair for support, perfect. If we want more, we can grasp that beach ball, lift it up on the inhale, and exhale it down to the sandy beach. Inhale it up, exhaling it down, inhaling up, exhaling it down, and we will do one more of these beach ball thingamajigs. We'll exhale it back down the sand. Let's put it on the sand, leave it there, throw it to some kids to play with, and we'll turn that front foot to face forward, adjust ourselves into our warrior two pose, feeling both feet grounded on the carpet, the floor, the mat, what have you. And when we're ready, we'll open up our arms into warrior two, taking our gaze over that middle front finger. Nice and strong, pushing our feet away from each other. We're breathing in. Exhale, bending that front elbow, coming up over the side into extended side angle. Our gaze is lifted. We'll inhale back through our warrior. Exhale that back hand down the leg. Flip the palm for exalted. Inhale back through warrior two. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale over to exalted. And we'll meet in our warrior two one more time. Taking our hands behind us, if it's comfortable, inviting our chest down to, I'm adjusting myself here, down to my knee. Options here, those hands can go up. We can rest on our arms. We can bring our hands down. This is humble warrior. Find your version, whatever feels good and nice and open. Taking a couple breaths here. All right, breathing back up, turning both feet to the front. This time our heels are a little bit in. Got a nice wide stance, feeling our feet firmly on the floor. Let's breathe in our hands up to star. And exhale the hands down to a mudra, to goddess pose. Inhale to star. Exhale to goddess. Notice that we're not down here. Our forearms are kind of parallel to the floor. Inhaling to star. Exhale to goddess. One more time. Inhale, star. Exhale to goddess. Now let's open up our palms. Inhale, exhale, bring our forearms together. If they come together, great. Just take them the way they feel good. If it's available to press them together, press the hands together. Straighten the the spine, drop the chin, and lift up those elbows. Ground the feet into the earth. Breathing. All right, let's release that. Point our feet both facing forward and drop down through our knees to the mat. Breathing into our forward fold. Let's take our hands outside of the feet, bring the feet in a little bit, and just give ourselves a hug. Rock a little bit side to side on the chair. Breathing. Let's slowly roll up. Bring one knee in for a hug. Nice straight spine. Invite it to the outside. Open up the opposite arm. Bring it back to center. Grasp with the other hand. Take it a little bit over. Open up the other arm and let your gaze come back. Great. Let's drop that foot down. We'll take the other knee up for a hug into the chest. Opening it to the outside of the body, extending the opposite wing. Our hearts are lifted, our backs are straight. Now back towards the center line, crossing over the midline, grasping that hand, opening up the other arm, and letting our gaze follow into another final beautiful twist. Back to center. Dropping both feet onto the floor. Now we're moving into Shavasana. You can stay in your chair, or if you'd like to lie down on your nice fuzzy carpet or a yoga mat, whatever you have available. Important is that we're super comfortable here. We're breathing, and we're just taking a few minutes to be with the breath. Feeling our bodies, feeling the muscles. Thank them for going out of their way today for us. Breathing. Closing the eyes if it's comfortable. Softening the gaze. Coming back to the breath, back to our bodies, back to the room. Maybe we want to bring a little bit of movement, gentle movement into the neck. Like we're drawing a line in the air with our nose from side to side. Gentle, easy movements. Maybe you want to take our fingers one by one, touch the fingertips to the thumbs. Maybe you want to wiggle our toes, move our ankles. Feeling the breath, that delicious, luxurious breath. When we're ready, we'll let our eyes flutter open. Noticing our beautiful straight spines, noticing our feet on the mat, noticing our beautiful lifted hearts. So we'll inhale our hands up. Exhale them hands to heart center. Inhale them up. Exhale our hands to heart center. And if you set an intention for this class, I invite you to bring it forth, hold it in your hand, keep it safe and warm, and just insert it inside your chest, next to your heart, where it'll be safe and warm and loved. Couple more deep breaths. Let's breathe our hands up one more time. Exhale, hands to heart center. I thank you for joining me today for our first chair yoga session together. I hope to see you again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smiling. I wish you peace and gratitude, a sense of fulfillment. I wish for you that your light and love will continue to shine through these unusual times. That's my wish for you. I send you love. I send you energy. Thank you for joining me. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.